All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick this call off. Thank you so much for being on with us. I really do appreciate you guys jumping on and kind of just out of last minute, out of left field, just kind of coordinating this call. I've been trying to get 2023 kind of planned out, kicked off, if you will. And one of the things that, we've been going through this week, as you guys know, the back office upgrade has come through. We've hit a couple snags in it along the way. As you guys have seen, there's been some issues with commission calculations. We had to go down for a few hours the first day that it was going. And so I want you guys to know we are working diligently to get all of those bugs, knocked out of the way and the things kind of to where they were and now better. I can honestly tell you guys, I do feel really good about the new system. Honestly, I feel really, really good about it. The speed test that we've done, the load test that we've done, it's just been amazing so far. I know there's some stuff that we still have to work out on the user side, on your side, and there are some things on the administrative side that we're working on as well. But to me, those are they're issues, but they're not huge concerns, right? So that's what I'm very happy about. I'm very pleased with the development team. We're not perfect. They're not perfect, and I understand that, but I do feel over this next week or so, we will have the back office humming and purring along. So I do feel really, really good about that. With that being said, as you guys know, if you guys were out in Barcelona, it is being recorded, Ozzy. Thank you. Sidetracked me there. Ozzy just sent me a message to say record, and I'm like, it is being recorded. Okay, so if you guys were out in Barcelona, my entire focus for the end of the year has been 2023, right? Right now we're sitting at about $157 million in sales year to date. It is the 11th of November, and right now we're at 17 something million. So November is looking to be our biggest month so far. Last month in October, we did 25.1 million, and in September, we did 25 million. So consecutively, we've done 2 months, 25 million back to back. The month before that in August was about 17 million. So we had some good steady growth. I want to continue that, obviously. And I see the pattern right now for 500 million for the next year. With all that being said, to me, this back office upgrade was key. I know some of you guys can or cannot see it. I just asking you guys to hopefully trust in me. I do believe you guys are making some pretty good checks if you guys are from the product side, from the opportunity side, from whatever side. So I feel really confident where we are right now as a company and the foundation that we're laying for 2023. Now, to kick off that foundation for 2023, that's what I brought you guys to talk about today with this X-Node Summit, okay? We will be launching our X-Node Summit January 14th, 2023 here in Salt Lake City, okay? It is limited space, and so there's a reason I'm trying to plan this out. There's a reason we're doing this call, because I want to go through and talk about some of the things that we will be discussing at this event. I want to go through and plan as best we can as network marketers, our logistics, our travel, and all these things, because one of the things that I know us to be as network marketers, we like to do everything last minute, right? All of us love to just, I'm going to be in Barcelona too. Like, I'll be out there, and I had like 100 extra people come the last day of Barcelona. So it was just, I want to try to plan as best as I can to try to accommodate as many people as I can. Okay. So that's the purpose of this call. It's a little bit administrative, but a little bit hypey at the same time. So if you hear me, try to hype you guys up, it's because I want you guys to get excited about 2023 and what we have planned. So X-Node Summit 2023, January 14th, it will be a combination event, okay? It'll be a combination between IX and DebtBox. We'll be going through, and obviously the basics, right? Leadership, mindset, going over the roadmap for 2023. Obviously have some team building activities built into this one-day event. But I think the crowning event of this will be the gala dinner that we'll have the debt council at. So if you guys don't know the debt council, some people call them the debt owners, but it's the debt council, the people that run DebtBox. will be with us here in Salt Lake City. And we will be launching a new project at this event. So those people that are at this event will get early access and they'll get discounted pricing. So if you're in Salt Lake, you will get early access and you will get discounted pricing for the next project that we will be launching. At the same time, we will be laying out a roadmap which the rest of the field will not have access to. We will not be recording this portion of the event. And I will take your cell phones at the door, and I will take all of your recording devices at the door. That's a joke if you don't know me, okay? I'm going to try to keep it as hush-hush as we can, because 2023 is going to be an amazing year for us. We have a lot of things planned out, and this is the kickoff event for the year, guys. So if you guys can make it out here, the event will have zero cost, okay? We will be funding the event. Now, there's a caveat to that. Like I said on the global call, we will be hosting this event at the Hyatt Regency in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is the newest hotel here in Salt Lake. It is an amazing, amazing hotel. I went and took a look at it the other day with my wife, with Paul Barlow, the president of the company, and it was just amazing, right? The level of amenities, luxury that they have at this hotel, it was just amazing to see, especially in Salt Lake, if you guys have ever been out here. So with that being said, guys, we do have a commitment with the Hyatt Regency, and this is where the caveat comes in. I have to fill 100 rooms in order for us to get the pricing where I can self-fund this event. So you guys are helping fund it in a way by staying there, but you guys are going to need a place to stay anyways when you come out, and you guys can't all stay at my house. Okay. I wish I could. If you guys want to be sleeping on Army cots or Marine Corps cots, we might be able to get it done. But I think this is going to be an amazing experience for all of you guys that want to come out and, you know, get to know Salt Lake, get to know the corporate staff a little bit better, get to know the Debt Box Council, get to know the inner workings of what Debt Box is all about. This X-Node Summit is what it's about. Unfortunately, the Debt Council could not go to Barcelona with us because they had some previous engagements, but we want to bring you guys to the Debt Council. And I think it's important because a lot of you guys are getting involved in IX with X-Node, with the Debt Box, because of the selling points of Debt Box, because of it being a crypto meets commodity, asset-backed token, and all these selling points. I think it's important for you guys to get that trust but verify. Right now you guys are trusting, but what I want to do is bring you guys to Salt Lake so you guys can verify that information. You guys can ask the tough questions if you have any, and at the same time, if you guys are looking at this, Salt Lake is an amazing place to be in the winter. Okay, so if you guys love to ski, snowboard, tubing, there's some amazing winter spas out here, some amazing resorts in the canyons and up in Park City. So if it's something you guys are interested in, you can make a whole trip out of it. We'll be probably at the event a full day, a day and a half with my leaders. The rest of the time it's yours to do what you want to, right? So guys, I want to try to get as many people out here. I do have a limitation of about 600 people. So we will be launching a registration site next week, and it is going to be first come, first serve. So I've invited you guys on, and it was only supposed to be a few leaders on, and a few leaders turned into a few more leaders, and a few more leaders turned into 92 participants on this call. So with that being said, this was only supposed to kind of be a intro call where we can kind of do like an AMA type of thing. So we did set it up as a meeting and not a webinar, so we can have you guys on camera. So what I want to do at this point right now is I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I know we got some top leaders on here. Travis, I see you on here. Kevin, I see you. Brian, see you on here. So I want to basically take the opportunity, guys, to go over and ask me anything, right? Concerning this event, any questions that you guys might have. You guys are able to unmute yourselves, I believe, right, Ozzy? No?
Hey,
Let me
Joe,
see.
Joe, what's the rank going to be to be able to go to the special meeting, the required rank to be able to go to the special meeting with the debt council?
Yeah, so actually we're looking at it right now, and one of the things is we're probably going to do like a first movers. We're going to do it two ways, Travis, and this is where we're so early in the process that I got to work out some details, but these details will be set up by the time we have the registration site ready to go. So there's going to be two ways to qualify. Number one is obviously it's going to be rank based, and that's going to be, you know, the number one, the VIPs. And I don't know if that's going to be global influencer and above, but it'll be a rank-based type of thing. And the other way to qualify for this gala dinner is just to be one of the first movers, because I want you guys, I know it's a time commitment and it's a money commitment to come out here. If you guys are in the States, right? It's going to cost you a couple grand to come out. So I understand that. And so I want to be able to give everybody the opportunity. If you're one of the first, I'm just going to throw a number out there, so don't hold me to this, but one of the first 100 people to register for the event, well, guess what? You're going to be able to participate in the dinner. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. So this way, we don't exclude a lot of people, but we will be having Travis to go with kind of what you're saying, because we had an offline conversation. There will be another more private, exclusive meeting with the debt council for global influencers and above. So I just kind of want to, there are two different things there. Obviously all the global influencers and above, and I'm just using global influencer as a benchmark. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be. We'll be able to qualify for the gala dinner, but then our first movers will also be, our first mover registrars will also be able to qualify or go to or attend the dinner. So the reason I'm kind of doing this call is because I got to figure out, are we going to have 100 people at this dinner? Or are we going to have 50 people at this dinner? Or I'm going to have 300 people at this dinner, which I'm fine having everyone, but I have to make sure I got enough food for hey, guess what? We're having Indian food. Just kidding. For any of my people that are out in Barcelona.
Hey, real quick, Joe, are you still doing are you still doing that thing where whoever gets the most amount of sales drives your Lamborghini for that weekend? Is that still on the table? I can't remember.
And that's actually, I got even better. So actually we got about 17 exotic cars. So we got a Ferrari that we'll have a couple Ferraris out there. We'll have a couple Porsches. We'll have a couple Lamborghinis out there for you guys to test drive. So you guys can, I don't know about test driving them, but you'll be able to get in, look and feel and smell around them. So definitely.
In the snow won't work.
Oh, mine will.
You're going to need a bigger room. That's my prediction, but that's just what I'm saying. We're going to max that thing out quick.
Well,
and then some.
And that's fine with me, but that's kind of why I want to kind of set this call. There's only 90 of it. Well, actually now we're at 102. Okay. So when I started the call, there was 48 people on. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Now, then it was 92 in the middle of my presentation. Now we're at 102. So the reason of this call is I kind of just want to see how much interest is out there, how many people will be wanting to come out, because I got to figure out, do I get a 100-person room, a 300-person room, a 500-person room, 1,000-person room, a 15,000-person room, right? That's kind of what I would rather go for the 15,000, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was a joke. I heard somebody else have a comment somewhere. I can't see everybody on my screen, guys. So I'm sorry if I don't see your names or anything like that, because we have 5 pages here of Zoom participants.
Hey Joe, this is Boomy from Maryland. So yesterday, yesterday I heard you say 300 people, and I was like, wait a minute, that is not nearly going to be enough. That's going to leave a bunch of people out. So I was glad to hear you say you're expanding it to 600. Now you're saying even more. I just believe
and that's why it depends on. That's why I want to try to get this registration site up. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking, hey, maybe we'll do a dinner with 50 people of the 200-300 that would come, and now people are like booming, like exactly like you're saying. Hey, I'm going to take myself out there, but I also want to get 2 or 3 other people to come with me. And so then that just exponentially starts growing the room, right? So I want to start planning this around. And just like this meeting, it was supposed to be, my global ambassadors and above, and then some of their top leadership invite only. And then it kind of just started growing and expanding. So what I want to say with that is, we'll be able to grow. That's a great thing about the Hyatt as well. They are what's called a convention hotel. They're attached to the convention center here in Salt Lake City. So their event space can go from 100 people to 1,000 people pretty quickly because they have the air walls. So we do have the ability to grow. I do have a question in the chat from Mike. How much are the rooms going to be for each night? So on average, anything in Salt Lake that's kind of like higher end and which would be considered like the Grand America, this Hyatt or a Marriott is anywhere in the range about $180 to $225 a night. So that's about the range. I don't know exactly what our rate is going to be. So I would just kind of factor in 2 nights. It's going to cost you about $500 is what I would say.
Hey, Joe, I think that with the momentum and excitement that we have going on right now, that it's not going to take long for like those numbers to fill up, because people are going to want to be there. And with you making it no cost, like people are used to having to pay for registration. So we're making it like no barrier to entry.
Hold on. Sorry. I got them muted. There you go.
So that's eliminating a barrier that could be for some people. So I just see it just being like big numbers. And I know with our team, and since we've done this launch with Cedric, there's going to be a bunch of people wanting to get there to like feel the company.
Perfect. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. And that was the reason for doing this call, Boomy, so we can kind of get, you guys, I'm newer to you guys are newer to me type of thing. For some of this US leadership. And so I want to make sure, we can take care of you guys when you're out here. It's going to be a first time that we're doing an event in the States of this magnitude, because we're a pandemic baby. I like to say it like that. We started in the middle of the pandemic. And so we haven't, done this. We've done 4 awakens, which have been every time they've gotten better and better and better. And I think this Salt Lake event will be a great launching point for 2023 for your business, for the entire business, for the company, for the community, for your individual community. And so definitely thank you for those comments, Boomy. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
I just want to say one thing. It's a little bit off topic, but today is this is Brian.
Brian. Oh, Brian, how's it going? I couldn't recognize the voice.
So today is Veterans Day. So I wanted to say to all the veterans out there, but especially to Joe, because I don't know if y'all all know this, but Joe was in the Marines and he served 3 tours in the Middle East during war. So anyway, there right. And say thank you and thank everybody for their.
Yeah, thanks, Joe, for sure.
No problem. Thank you to all my fellow veterans out there as well. I know we probably have some on here, so appreciate you guys as well. And Brian, thank you for that. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. I'm happy to, like I said, if you guys unmute yourselves, I don't want to sit here in an awkward silence, but I am happy to, be on here. I told you 20 minutes. There we go. Who's that?
Just someone excited.
Okay, cool. I love it.
Hey, Joe, it's Boomy again. Again, thank you for your service. And hello, Brian Robert and everyone else, Kevin Lattimore, everyone else was out there in Barcelona. I have a suggestion. Like Barcelona was so awesome. And I like it. I want to suggest that we have maybe like a survey at the end, so we can get a gauge of what people thought went really well, maybe what they would have liked to have seen, and give them a chance to say what they just thought was awesome about the event, because that feedback is always good to help us improve it the next event. So that's a suggestion.
And because I've had so much request for more Indian food, we will be having more Indian food. Travis just loved the Indian food, so I'm gonna give him some more of it.
Yeah, we appreciate it just being there and how you just spoiled us and took care of us, but we were wondering about that.
Well, the reason being is because our India, and I'll just bring this up real quick. So our India contingent, you learn from event, just like you said, Boomy, just now, right? So when we did our Cape Town event, which is the Awaken before Barcelona, we had 90% attendance from India. And I overlooked the fact that they have dietary restrictions, like they're vegetarian, they don't eat beef and a lot of these things. And so I put it into the travel planner's head. We need to have, and we were going to have about 180, 190 Indians there that couldn't make it. So that was the reason, right? So it's kind of funny, but there was a reason. It's not because, you know, I do love Indian food, but I know everybody else doesn't as much. But there was I have Coach Veer here that has a question. Coach, I don't know if you want to unmute yourself.
Yeah, it's Coach Veer. Leveer is the name.
Perfect. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty new to Hyatt's global. You know, was introduced down through Kevin Latmore's team, and been in that working for quite a long time. And you know, just kind of really looking for something that is long term and stable. And I gotta admit, I really love what I've seen here so far. What I really want to ask though is, when it comes to the Caribbean region, which is where I'm from, are there any kind of roadblocks that I should be prepared for when it comes to expanding this? Because as I'm sitting here listening to the realism of, oh shoot, let me put my camera on. Apologize for that. Yeah, so as I'm sitting here listening to the realism of what you guys are doing, I'm just kind of getting that tingling feeling that I haven't felt in a long time with a company. And like I told my sponsor today, Chris, I think for me, one of the biggest factors that kind of convinced me was that you guys actually have the actual infrastructure versus just, a token somewhere or crypto somewhere. It's actually seeing you guys with oil rigs and stuff. So yeah, I'm here thinking as I'm listening about taking this through the Caribbean on a pretty massive scale. I'm literally in the process of getting all my information together, having my first launch call tonight with Kevin and some others. And I wanted to know that anything that I should be prepared for or know ahead of time if I decide to go full steam with this in Caribbean region.
Yeah, that's a great question. The only real roadblock that we have, and it's not even a roadblock. The biggest roadblock is if you're in a sanctioned country, don't even bother, right? And don't go and market this to sanctioned countries like Afghanistan, Cuba, Dominican, the Republic of Congo, unfortunately, is on that list. Iran, Iraq, Liberia, North Korea. I'm reading off the list here. Sudan, Syria. So there's a couple places around the world, and I think that's been one of the questions I've gotten the most. But as far as the other, I won't call it issue. It's just it's an innovative product. And crypto is in its infancy, and it's going through a ringer right now with some of these platform. Then they're multi-billion-dollar platforms that are causing liquidity problems within the crypto space. And if you guys can see, and this is a testament to DebtBox and what we have set up. If you guys have seen what's going on in the crypto market, you guys have noticed that Bitcoin went from 22,000 all the way down to 15,800, just broke 16,000 because of some knucklehead out there that decides to get, very ambitious with his funds and the funds of his users. And so that creates an issue in the space. And where I'm going with this is the regulatory side of it. Okay. The only issue that we have in this is the regulatory inside of your region, inside of these countries that we're going into. Other than that, this is a global product. Okay. You can offer it anywhere in the world, minus the countries that I was listing off. You can help anybody around the world because it is a full spectrum product. It doesn't matter if you're in India or Europe or the Caribbean or Latin America or the US. People are looking, and this is the testament of DebtBox, for store of value. They're looking for a hedge against fiat currencies, but they don't understand so much Bitcoin or Ethereum and the volatility that can bring. They don't understand how this 30-year-old kid can cause the market to lose hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap in the matter of hours. Where if you look at our tokens have maintained its value. And this is one of the questions I've been asked a lot. And sorry to go on this.
No, it's fine. Go on, because everything you said, I'm taking notes because I got my call tonight. So whatever you say, I'm
So I think the most important thing, and this goes for everybody to see, you know, a lot of people have said, Joe, like, you know, when is Nat G going to go up 1,000%? Or when is this going to go up this 1,000,000%? And when is, you know, if I would have just bought Dogecoin, I would have been better off. And I hear all those types of comments, but I also like to point out, look what just happened 2 days ago, and look at the price of our token. That's called store of value. We might not have those big pops anymore, because one of the things you have to realize is we are now tied to USDT, which is $1, which is a stable coin, where in the past we were tied to BNB. So about 6 to 8 weeks ago, BNB, Binance Smart Chain, was hacked for $600 million. $600 million. It drove the price down 30–40%. If we were still tied to BNB, guess what your NatG would have done? Guess what your BGLD would have done? Guess what your XPLR would have done? It would have dumped, because it was the underlying asset was BNB. It would have been tied. So we have a system that gives people a better store of value, a better hedge against fiat currencies. Doesn't matter if it's the euro, the pound, the yen, whatever it might be. Okay. So I want you guys to understand that this system that we're setting up, this project, it's never been done before, but what we're really trying to do is bring value to the people that need it most. And there's going to be some very exciting things, guys, that we launch in January that I want you guys here for. Okay. There's going to be some new tools that you're going to be able to, guess what, get into and get out of crypto within our platform. That's the biggest challenge people see right now. I want to buy an X node, but I have to go and buy crypto first to go and buy. I know we've opened up wires, you know, right, for the US people, but that's not the case all over the world. People need a way to get into and out of crypto quickly. And those are some of the solutions we'll be launching here. So I want you guys to be out here. And Coach, thanks for that question there.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate the response.
Any other questions, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Sherm. First off, I want to say this is an awesome project that you guys have put together. I got introduced to it, I believe, a week and a half ago. Unfortunately, I had a kind of, I don't want to throw a sour note on this whole thing, but I had a kind of a unfortunate experience where I purchased a node last Friday, and I still haven't seen it show up in my back office or my Xnode app yet. So I just got an email from your support. Username is Sherm119.
Okay.
I just got an email from support yesterday because I put in a ticket, and they said that they were aware of the issue and that give them 48 hours and it should be resolved. So I'm being patient.
You know, there are some cases like that. There's, I would say, about of every 100 orders that we have come through, there's something. And I have to explain to you guys the reason why. This is a great opportunity. This is a great teaching movement for everybody as well. You guys will have in your teams people that are having issues like Sherm. It's going to happen. I have to tell you guys that. But let me tell you why and why I can't fix it. Okay. When you open up a Debtbox profile or your Xnode app or your Debtbox app, it is not just an app. Okay. It is a crypto wallet that you own the keys to. What does that mean? When you own the keys, it is your crypto. If you don't own the keys, it is not your crypto. For example, if you have your crypto on FTX, if you had all your money on FTX and FTX now just filed for bankruptcy, you do not have access to those funds. So with Debtbox, when you set up a Debtbox profile, when you sign up to IX, there are what are in technology is called an API. It sends your information all the way through from our system to the Debtbox system. Okay, that's technology. It doesn't always work, and a lot of cases there's conflicts in the system. It could be, I don't want to say it's user generated, but a lot of time it is. A lot of times people sign up at Debtbox before they sign up at IX, and if that happens, the system can't fix it because you already have a Debtbox account. There are some other issues where there's just API outages. So your account didn't get triggered all the way through. It was out for 5 seconds and you just happen to be one of the people that got triggered in that. So we have to manually send your account over. The biggest thing is identifying it. The biggest lag of time is identifying it. If you do not have your license assigned within 24 hours, I'm going to tell you guys, If you don't have your license assigned within 24 hours, there's an issue with your account. Feel free to send an email in and we will get it fixed as soon as possible. Okay. So there are things that I can't fix because what happens when I trigger that over to DebtBox, I can no longer modify it. Our system can no longer modify it, and it now has to be serviced by debt. And to liaise between the two companies, it's sometimes an issue, right? Because you guys are getting discounted pricing through IX. If you went directly to DebtBox, you wouldn't have an issue. But because we're trying to set up a wholesaling program with DebtBox, there are sometimes some technology limitations that cause the assignment of licenses to get delayed.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, you know, as long as it's taken care of, I'm good because I'm trying to buy more. I just want to see my first one come through, and then I have a major network of people that I'm ready to bring on board and be a part of this thing. But I gotta, you know, I gotta know that it's real first.
Well, and a lot of the time, Sherm, and I don't know if you did this, and you don't have to tell me if you didn't, but a lot of the times it happens when people sign up to DebtBox first and then come back.
I signed up through IX first.
Okay, perfect. That's the biggest case that we see there. Okay, and the only thing I was going to say is if you did sign up to DebtBox first and then you're signing up to IX, a workaround is have them use a different email, because the unique identifier between the system is the email. Rufi, do you have a question?
Well, like I said, I got the email from support saying, you know, give you guys 48 hours and it should be resolved. So
I'll get it
I'm all
looked into.
good.
I'll get it knocked out. I promise.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and best of luck to everyone. I'm looking forward to 2023, and I'm ready to move this thing to the moon, man. This is awesome.
Let's do it. Love it. Love it. All right, guys. Any other last questions here?
Hey, Joe, real quick. One of the things you said in Barcelona is one of your 3 things for us to make sure we get paid on time. And I put in a pay request about maybe 36 hours ago. It hit my exchange today.
Oh, and cool. I thought you were going to tell me it didn't get paid. I was going to, my heart was dropping there.
No, that's sure. Listen up, man. They paid us. And which is huge, because I've got people that are asking me that, like, well, you've been paid. And, you know, now I can be like, yeah, and faster than I've ever been paid in networking before. And then the other thing that I want to make sure I understand is I actually get excited when I see BGLD or NatG go down, because doesn't that mean the EGI traders are snapping it up?
Yep.
And they got more to send to the burn wallet?
Yes, yes. It is something. It's a little bit counterintuitive. Not too many people understand it, Scott, but you're on the right track there. Okay. So number one, I want to address the issue of not the issue, but the thing of payouts. Right now, we are speeding up our payout processes. Okay. So most USDT we're processing 2 to 3 times a week. Banks probably 1 to 2 times a week. So we will be increasing that withdrawal speed for you guys to make sure you guys can get your money a lot quicker. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, like Scott was saying, he brought up the point of the token values that are going down. It is actually a good thing. It's a healthy thing. All tokens have to go through what's called a market cycle, where you have a push up and you have a corrective pattern back down. In that corrective pattern, it is better for the long-term holders. So if you're a long-term holder, don't look at the token value right now. It doesn't matter to you, because you're looking at the token price in 12 months, in 24 months, in 36-month intervals. Like, for example, I'm a Bitcoin holder. I could have panic sold because my Bitcoin, I bought it at 25,000, it dropped to 16, panic sold and sold at a loss. I don't care what it is right now. I care what it is in 5 years. And so it is very important to understand, the more token we can get out of the ecosystem in these earlier stages at a lower price, which are our short-term holders, which are the people that are putting downward pressure on the token right now, that's good for us. Let them cash out. Because in 3 years, when there's more royalties coming in, when there's more projects coming in, there's more burn coming in, your token price will be 10x, 50x, 100x. I can't guarantee that, but that's what I'm speculating. So cool, guys. Anything else? Any last final questions?
Can I ask a question?
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I got a couple guys here. Laurent, you want to go first?
What's up, Joe? How you doing?
What's
Happy
up, brother?
Veterans Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
To all my veterans. I'm retired Coast Guard as well. But real quick, so that global meeting, is it in January next year in Salt Lake?
Yep, January 14th.
Okay, and last, wires. How long does it take to process the wires?
Wires right now, any wire that, sorry, you're kind of breaking up a little bit, Lauren, but I got the gist of your question. The wires right now, we put a hold on all of the wires because of the price change. So any wire that came in yesterday or day before yesterday will be processed by tonight. Okay. If they're coming in today, the 11th, then we'll process them tomorrow. And remember, it's anywhere between 72 to 96 hours for wire payments. So there is a delay on it. We understand. We try to process them sooner. Are there some that slip through the cracks? Yes, because sometimes bank rejects them. They got to keep up. I mean, your client, your customer is going to have to make sure that it didn't get rejected as well. So there's some things like that have happened recently. But if we get them, it's usually within a 48-hour. We're about 48 hours of processing them. But remember, it's like if they miss the cutoff, then it'll come in the next day. Then it'll clear the next day. Once it's cleared, we can process it. But then I asked for about 3 to 4 days on that. So.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, guys. I'm going to take these two last questions here, but Keith, you're up next, brother. Keith Jones.
Yes. You see the email to log into.
Hey, Keith. Sorry, brother. I can't. You're breaking up way too much. I don't know if it's just, there we go. That's better.
Okay, I have a couple of people that signed up, received emails for their debt box. They logged in and it came up error. And they called me. They said they're unable to log into their debt box. I told them they put in a temporary password that they got in their email. And I told them to do a forgot password. They did that and it still came up error. And we sent the message to support, debt box support.
Yep.
And we haven't heard anything back. So they're kind of getting a little antsy as far as, what's going on.
Yeah. And that goes to what I was just telling you about, like that's a debt box, because that's no longer an IX issue that I can service. Right. But that doesn't mean I can't help and see where it is with debt box. I'm just saying, like, I have no control of it because I can't get into the debt box system to see what's going on. Right. What I can do is, if you put in the chat the emails of the people, then I can see if I can get that over. If you direct message it to me here on Zoom, I'll see what's going on with it once we jump off this call. Hey guys, and I don't want to be rude with this or anything like that, but I want to keep the questions focused on the X-Node Summit as best we can. So I'm going to take these two last questions. I don't care what they are from you guys, because you guys have had your hands up, but any new questions, let's try to keep them focused on the X-Node Summit. So crypto marketing, sorry, I don't know your name, but crypto marketing, you have your hand up if you want to unmute yourself.
Oh, hey, it's Sean. I met you
Sean,
briefly.
sorry. Yeah, I remember. Sean. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, I had this is actually a question about the usernames. I wanted to confirm something because this was kind of an issue. They are case sensitive, correct?
Yes.
So potentially someone could create the same username as me, change one letter to a capital, and then that's a completely separate thing, username, correct? That's possible?
It is possible, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that to make sure.
Yeah.
So there's in the future.
Because we have a unique identifier on the back end, which is what we call your UID, but we don't, like your distributor ID, but we don't give that to you in the front end.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin.
I'll just be quick. Yeah, I'm super excited about the event, and mine was just, well, probably the opposite of what you want to hear. I did like when you were talking a little bit yesterday on the global call, that you were talking about a little bit of your travel schedule and stuff. I will be heading out to Dubai twice in January and then again in February. So if you can just give us a little heads up on what you got planned out there. Is it really casual? Is it as official? It probably won't be as official as this other one, but I wouldn't mind coming out a week early for your thing. I'm there the 20th through through March
sure.
as well.
Yeah, I'll get those dates. I don't have those dates locked down. It's actually going to be an opportunity presentation for the teams that we have growing out there. So the last one we did at the Versace Palacio Hotel in Dubai. And this one, that was 300 people. We're planning on 1,000 people this next go round.
I'm sure I'll get more details from Ozzy and stuff in the
Yeah,
interim.
we'll get those out because it's just kind of the dates are kind of set, but we haven't set the tentative dates are set, I guess I should say. So
Hey, Joe, super quick, can we bring our spouse to the January?
yeah, of course. Yes.
Thanks for all you guys are doing on the back office. I know it's a challenge. We're changing a tire while we're driving down the street. But I know it's major and I know it's foundational. Is there anything else major that we can expect that they're also working on behind the scenes, or is it all just kind of?
Yeah, so the biggest updates that we have coming right now that are kind of affecting your guys' user experience is KYC. So starting, I should be by Tuesday, but it might be by Monday. We'll have a new automated KYC process, and I mentioned this on the global call. So that means right now, kind of current manual KYC is kind of paused, which might delay your getting approval for your commission withdrawal. But I'm not too concerned about that because since before we were sending out payouts once a week, now we're doing it multiple times a week. So you shouldn't have that much a delay in getting your payout to you. And the automated KYC will just allow anybody to come in. It's the same thing you do when you go to Binance, right? You get your cell phone, you do the whole selfie thing, you take a picture of your ID, you take a picture of whatever other documents you do, and then you get approved, okay? So that will eliminate a lot of customer support tickets that we currently get. It will eliminate a lot of issues of people getting their own KYC process delayed because they didn't understand what document to upload. So it'll better the user experience. But that means right now our current KYCs are paused until Tuesday. But again, like I said, it shouldn't be that big of a deal because we're sending out payouts multiple times a week. The other thing that's kind of affecting your guys' user experience is the current rank calculation, commission calculation. As you guys see, there were some issues with the commission calculation this week. We identified what the cause was. And unfortunately, you know how systems are, you can't really, we didn't know it was going to cause an issue till it caused it. And now we have to go back and fix it. So we're reactive right now instead of proactive, but it shouldn't be an issue. We'll rerun commissions on Monday, Tuesday, and you guys will see your updated commissions in your wallet and you'll be able to withdraw them in the 14 days. So those are the two biggest things. Other than that, like I said at the beginning of this call, I am actually very, very pleased with the developers and the work that they've done, the server speed, the server load, being able to launch all of the rentals through the back office now. It just eliminates a lot of confusion. It eliminates a whole other step that people have to do. There are some good things about having the Xnode dashboard purchase process with the waiting cart, but there are some limitations with that as well. So we're going to kind of play with it as we go and build. But as of right now, we're processing about 2,000 to 3,000 orders per day on this system. On the previous system, we were getting maxed out at about 1,000 per day. And the 3,000 isn't even touching anywhere. It's not even moving the gauge on the server load. So it's amazing to see. I know it's more back end stuff, but we will have a way better experience and a way better system. And the next 6 weeks is essentially testing, see how things go, see how the load is, launch new projects. We do have a new project launching in December with DebtBox. I shouldn't say new because it's already I guess I can just go ahead and announce it, right? I don't know. Should I? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Of course.
Let's go.
You have to say as long as we don't tell anyone. That's what's important.
As long as you don't tell anybody, I'm going to tell you guys.
Let's do it.
We'll keep it between us.
So I've secured 1,000 licenses for the debt project. Because if you guys read the light paper, the debt token, the debt project, okay, it releases a certain amount of licenses each year. So it's already a project in, but there's only, I think they only did, how many did they do? They did 15,000 in year one. They're doing 5,000 this year. So we do have, obviously commissions will be paid out on it. Bonuses will be paid out on it. The pricing will be more or less the same as the debt box pricing, but we will be paying referral commissions and comp plan on the money that comes into IX. So that will be dropping right before Christmas. So don't go spend all your Christmas money on just kidding. But yeah, so the debt token, we've secured 1,000 licenses, 1,000 of the 5,000 available, and we'll be launching those in December.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Hey, it's Boomy. Getting back to the January event, I have a suggestion while we're all on here, and is that when the registration link comes out, we as leaders need to encourage our people to register as soon as possible. Let them know seating is limited, because networkers tend to procrastinate, and it's harder for Joe and the guys getting everything together. Like if they had the larger percentage of people up front registering, it just makes for easier planning. So we definitely want to push our people to register ASAP. I would suggest that. And then the other question, Joe, you may have said it, but when is the registration link coming out?
Yeah, we'll probably have that within the next 4 days, 96 hours or so, probably by the middle of next week. So I'll probably get that while I'm out in Ghana. So I'll try to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. And Boomy's 100% right. That's why what I'm going to do with the gala dinner, it's going to be for the first movers. The people that register first are going to get more benefit. So if you register late, you're going to get some late benefits. If you register early, you'll get some better benefits than the rest. So that's all, guys, I got. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. I got to go and get a couple things done before the kids get out of school. But thank you, guys. And we'll see you guys on the next calls. We can start doing these more often. I appreciate you guys. And thank you.
All right,
See you later.
guys. Bye.
All right, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.